Your paycheck hits your account, and within a week, most of it is already gone. Rent, groceries, gas, a couple of small things you barely remember buying, and suddenly you're staring at your balance, wondering where it all went. You are not bad with money. You just never gave your money a plan. The amount you earn is not the reason you can't save. The reason is that every dollar you make is already spent in your head before it arrives, and the dollars that aren't just quietly disappear. Fix that one thing, and you can go from living paycheck to paycheck to $10,000 sitting in the bank, even on a small income. I'm going to give you the exact system to do it. Not theory, not motivation. A real plan with real numbers that you can copy the moment this video ends. By the time we're done, you'll know precisely how much to spend, how much to save, and exactly how long it takes to hit your first $10,000. Let's use a real example the whole way through. Say you bring home $2,500 a month after tax. That's not a big number. It is enough. The system runs on one rule. Every dollar gets a job before the month starts. When a dollar has a job, it can't wander off and vanish. To hand out those jobs, we use one simple split: 50, 30, 20. 50% to needs, 30% to wants, 20% to savings. On $2,500, that's $1,250 for needs, $750 for wants, and $500 straight into savings. Every month, no exceptions. Those three numbers are your entire budget. You're not tracking 40 categories or filling in a complicated spreadsheet. You're keeping three buckets from overflowing into each other. Needs stay under $1,250. Wants stay under $750. Savings never gets touched. Simple enough that you'll actually stick to it, which is the only version of a budget that ever works. That $500 a month is $6,000 a year. Hold on to that number. It's the one that quietly turns into $10,000 while you're not looking. Step 1. Find out where your money actually goes, not where you assume it goes. For the next 2 weeks, write down every single dollar you spend. The morning coffee, the delivery fee, the app subscription you forgot you had. Most people underestimate their own spending by $200–300 a month. And that gap is exactly where your savings have been hiding this whole time. You don't need an app for this. A note on your phone with 3 columns: what you bought, how much, and whether it was a need or a want. At the end of 2 weeks, add up the wants column, and that total is usually the first shock. You cannot budget a guess. You budget facts. Once the real numbers are in front of you, you'll spot the leaks in about 5 minutes. And half of them will be things you didn't even enjoy. Step 2. Run your income through the 50–30–20 split. Needs are the things you genuinely cannot skip. Rent, utilities, groceries, getting to work. On our example, that $1,250 covers something like $900 rent, $150 in utilities and phone, and $200 for food. Wants are everything that makes life better but won't end you if it's gone. Eating out, streaming, the new pair of shoes. That's your $750. And savings is the 20% you pay yourself first, before a single want gets touched. If your needs are running higher than 50% right now, that's completely normal on a low income. The later steps are how we pull that back down. Step 3. Budget all the way down to 0. After needs, wants, and savings are set, if there's money left over, you assign it a job immediately. Send it to savings, throw it at a debt, or roll it into next month's groceries. A loose $20 with no purpose becomes a random purchase every time. 0 left unassigned means 0 disappears. Picture 2 people who both end the month with $80 spare. The first leaves it in checking, and by the 30th, it's gone with nothing to show. The second sends it to savings the day it appears. Same $80, same income. One built something, one didn't. That's the entire difference between a budget and a bank account. Step 4. Make the saving automatic. The day your pay lands, that $500, or whatever your 20% is, should move itself into a separate savings account, before you touch anything else. If you have to move it by hand, you'll always find a reason not to this month. If it moves on its own, you save without ever feeling the pinch. This single setting is the real difference between people who save and people who mean to. Keep it in a separate high-yield savings account, out of sight, quietly earning a little interest of its own while you forget it's there. Step 5. Before you chase the big number, build a small one. Your first goal isn't $10,000. It's $1,000, as fast as you can. That $1,000 is what stops a flat tire or a surprise bill from dragging you straight back onto a credit card. Without it, one bad week wipes out 3 good months. Get there fast to build momentum. Sell a few things sitting unused in your closet. Pause every want for 2 weeks. And put your next tax refund straight in. Most people can hit that first $1,000 in a month or 2 if they treat it like the emergency it's protecting them from. Hit 1,000, breathe, then keep climbing. Step 6. Get 1 month ahead of your bills. This is the move that actually breaks the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle for good. Right now, this week's pay covers this week's bills. So you're always one late check away from panic. The goal is to build up 1 full month of expenses in your checking account and leave it sitting there as a float. Once you have it, you pay this month's bills with last month's income. Nothing is ever due before the money is already there. It takes a few months to build, but the day you reach it, the stress of timing disappears completely, even before your savings account is large. Step 7. Plan for the expenses you know are coming, but always forget. Car registration, the holidays, the once-a-year insurance bill. These aren't emergencies, they're predictable. Take the yearly cost, divide it by 12, and set that much aside every month in its own little pot. When the bill lands, the money is already waiting, and your budget doesn't even flinch. A $480 annual bill is just $40 a month you never notice. Step 8. Put a hard cap on your wants. Once your needs and savings are automated, wants are where a budget quietly bleeds out. Take your 30%, $750, and turn it into a weekly number, around $170. When the week's number is gone, it's gone until the next week. And for anything over $50 that you didn't plan for, use the 24-hour rule. Wait 1 full day before buying it. Most of the time, the urge is gone by morning, and the money stays yours. Step 9. Audit every recurring charge and cut where it actually counts. The real savings aren't in your daily coffee. They're in 3 places: housing, food, and subscriptions. Pull up your bank statement and list every automatic payment. Cancel the subscriptions you forgot you were paying for. Call your phone and internet providers and ask for a lower rate. It works far more often than people expect. Get a fresh quote on your car insurance. Plan groceries around a list and a few cheap staple meals instead of deciding at the store. Between those, most people free up $200 to $300 a month without lowering their quality of life at all. Step 10. Go after high-interest debt hard. If a credit card is charging you 25%, that debt is draining money faster than any budget can save it. List every debt. Throw all your spare cash at the one with the highest rate and pay only the minimums on the rest until it's dead. Then roll that freed up payment onto the next one. Say you owe $2,000 at 24%. That card alone is costing you around $40 a month in interest, money that buys you nothing and vanishes. Clear it, and that $40 becomes yours again every single month, on top of the payment you were already making. Every dollar you stop handing to interest is a dollar that becomes savings instead. Now the part that makes it real, the math. You're setting aside $500 a month. In month 2, your $1,000 buffer is already done. By month 6, you're past $3,000. And in just under 20 months, you pass $10,000. Under 2 years, from paycheck to paycheck to a 5-figure safety net on a $2,500 income. And that's before the side income and the interest add anything on top. And if 20% is out of reach right now, start at 10, $250 a month. It's slower, closer to 3 years, but the number still climbs, and the habit is what actually changes your life, not the speed. Someone who saves $250 every month without fail beats the person who swears they'll save $1,000 and never starts. Picture the version of you with $10,000 in the bank. The car breaks down and it's an annoyance instead of a disaster. You can walk away from work that treats you badly because you're no longer one paycheck from the edge. You open your banking app and the knot in your chest just isn't there anymore. That's what this system actually buys you. Not only a number, but the quiet that comes with it. If this handed you a plan you didn't have 13 minutes ago, hit that like button. It genuinely pushes this to someone who needs it tonight. Subscribe for more money breakdowns built for real incomes, not rich ones. And tell me down in the comments, what's the one money leak you already know is draining your budget? Naming it out loud is the first step to plugging it. I'll see you in the next one.